Okay, imagine this. One big camera at a concert start a world war. Yeah, it sounds weird, but it really happened. But it's not a real war. That's what you think. It's a digital war. Thousands of people are screaming online. It sounds funny, but it's happened right now. Yeah. It starts with Korean netizen, Kinet versus Malaysian netizen. But now it's Kinet versus Southeast Asia, or what people say as siblings. And suddenly, it's all worldwide versus Kinet, or worldwide versus South Korea, I think, right now. It's getting so big that people are boycotting Korean product. Is it too much? Or does it make sense? Let's look at the fact, and at the end of this video, I will reveal the solution of this whole problem. So stay tuned nya, because hello everyone, I'm Kuro Adinya, your adventurer Black Cat, and today's topic is about siblings versus Kinet, Southeast Asia versus Korean netizen. That's right now end up with boycott of South Korean product. And is it make sense? Chapter 1, The Spark. January 31, 2026. The band Day6 live concert in Kuala Lumpur. Fans were happy, but some Korean fan sites broke a massive cameras. I call them the Bazooka Lens Pro camera. Yeah. In many Asian concerts, things like this Bazooka camera, they are banned. They block the view. Local fans said, follow the rules. But fan sites said, move, we need HD photos. They act like they are on the place. That was the spark. Yes, but why it's getting so massive now, this drama? Well, this thing is going viral online nya. Chapter 2, Why it went global. Why did this become a worldwide fight? Because of racism? Nah, yeah. Well, the thing is, some toxic Korean netizen or Kinets start attacking skin color and wealth and more about Southeast Asia people. They called Southeast Asia poor, but they forgot one thing. Southeast Asia is the most online place on earth. With these postings going viral, well, Indonesia, Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam, they joined Malaysia. They become the siblings. When you bully one, you're fighting them all. The world watched as the siblings stood up against the bullying. For me, the siblings is quite wholesome. Why? Because I know in many years, even if you read the story of Southeast Asia, you know Southeast Asia country often invade each other. The problem is classic, like territorial problem, cultural claim, and many more. But the thing is, this is the proof that Southeast Asia people and country actually care with each other. They are really siblings. Last year, Malaysia and other countries care with the big flood that happened in Indonesia at the end of 2025. Now, Indonesia, Thailand, and other Southeast Asia countries try to protect Malaysia. Wow, it's so awesome. Sibling indeed. Chapter 3, Why Korean is angry nya. Why do some Kinet act this way? We have to look at the Halljusen phenomena nya. This is the term young Koreans use to describe their hard life. First, the pressure. Korea is a pressure cooker. Students study 12 to 16 hours a day. Plus, the school bullying already normal thing in almost all school in South Korea. You know, this with somebody getting bullied, the teacher don't care, the parent not notice or even don't care. Things that sounds like come from Korean drama or Western drama, but it's happen in real life. Sound hilarious, but actually happen in every day of education in South Korea. It's real and no one solved this problem yet. And when you're being adult, working in small company is a shame. If you want to do entrepreneurship, Korea is a country that's big no for business. You want to build startup? Get ready to being bankrupt because big corporate that monopolize everything in South Korea don't like what you're doing and plotting to make your business bankruptnya. Second, the competition. Everything is race. Taking the best K-pop photo isn't a hobby anymore for some people in South Korea. It's the way to feel powerful in world where they feel small. Everything that's look like a mere hobby, including gaming, cosplay, etc., is like competition for South Korean. Why? It's like this because their hellish education? Actually, no. Other Asian countries like China and Japan have this hellish education too, but it's worse in South Korea social life. And the conclusion is other thing is matter to nya, and that is third reason, bad parenting. Many experts say the tiger parenting style create the cycle of bullying. If child is pressured at home, they might pen or bully other online to feel better. But wait, other Asian countries including Southeast Asia is mostly tiger parenting too. Asian country being too disciplined to their kids. Nah, they're being too disciplined to their kids too. Is it because South Korean parent is too disciplined for Asia? Actually no. The thing is many parents in South Korea is bad parent. They don't know how to communicate with their kid. Even some parents is do domestic violence. It result with the birth decline of the South Korean. Not only because money, busy, and competition among Korean, but also their child trauma. This is Hal Joseon. Stress make people very sensitive and sometimes aggressive-nya. And now chapter 4, the boycott. Now the Southeast Asia are boycotting South Korean product. Some say it's just K-pop, but there is different reason. Back in 1960s, South Korea was poor. Many Southeast Asia countries like Philippines, Indonesia, and Malaysia were richer and helped them. Not only help in economic, but help them in war with North Korea. Not only in military supplies, but in military power. The story of how heroic Philippines fighting North Korea is the legend. Yeah, South Korea and North Korea beef already long term, and even worse in 1960s before. At the time, there's quite a fire. Both Korea in war, not just normal war, but big war. The economic today, Southeast Asia is the huge reason Korean success. For example, Samsung get about 20% of its global revenue from Asian Pacific, excluding China. The number, over 25% of K-pop export product. It's official, right? Yeah, it's official. Go to Southeast Asia. Siblings are saying, we'll help you grow. We buy your phone, music, car, and more. Why do you look down on us? It makes sense to stop giving money to someone who doesn't respect you nya. Chapter 5, The Mental Cheat Code. So, how do we stop this war? It's simple. Cheat code. Respect. If the fansite follow the rules of the country they visit, and if Kenneth stop using Helgesian stress as excuse to be mean and bully, the fighting stop. We are all fans of the same music. Why hate each other? It's simple, but being kind seems very hard for people in 2026-nya. What do you think? Is boycott fair? Let me know in the comment. Hi, if you like content like this, please scratch the subscribe button. Because in this channel, I like to discuss about social phenomena, gaming, geopolitics, and history, and many more. Catch you in the next one. Peace out nya.